What just happened? How's it going, everybody? How's it going, everyone? Canucks Students here, and today we're gonna talk about Miss Marvel season 1, episode 3. I think it's 3. Titled "Destined." Uh, this episode was a bit of a doozy. In more ways than one. I'm yes, it's episode 3. In more ways than one. Picking up where we left off last episode, Kamala meets with Kamran's mother, as well as a bunch of others. It turns out Aisha, as well as the rest, Kamran and his mom and a bunch of other people are Jinn. The things from Islamic and pre-Islamic folklore. Um, and they need help getting back to the newer dimension. Uh, Explained in the show, Nur means light. Um, it's like, wait, hold up. And okay, so Kamala enlists the help of Bruno. Um, we also find out that Nakia is part of the board now. She can win the election. Woo! Party! Um, it's too bad it's a sad. It's sad times right now. Um, and this happened. The damage control department of damage control showed up at the mosque at Kamala's mosque, and they come in now. Nuck is just like, nah, you ain't allowed in here without a warrant. Out, out. Uh, because the simple reason is they suspect the DODC of racism, right? They're going after the brown girl who's possibly from the mosque. It's Islamophobia. Another version of the big dumb. These shows tend to have a lot of the big dumb. Unfortunately, people who lack empathy are sadly a dime a dozen. There's a lot of them. Um, and um, the okay. Now there's afterwards they have like a party at Kamo's house to celebrate like the wedding uh during like the day and shit. Um it's like really weird. And everyone's very much shit talking Nightlight. That's a terrible name. That's just as bad if not worse than the Streak or the Blur. Oh boy. If y'all remember the Blur, tell me where it's from. You know what it's from. If you recognize it. Oh god. Some of these like ba- or the Hood. I'm sorry. That one's just like, really, the Hood. The Streak, the Blur, the Hood. Yeah, Nightlight. Really, Nightlight. That's such a terrible name. Anyway, everyone's shit talking Nightlight, and it's within earshot of Kamala, and her knowing that she's. Anyway, her parents tell her that Bruno couldn't get away from his shift, so can't attend the party. Because Bruno's apparently just like very close to the entire family, or at least the immediate family, which good. I'm here for it. Uh, Assuming he's not like an orphan and shit, and that his parents are aware of what's going on, then that's props to his parents, right? They raised a good kid and they're good peoples. I don't know what to do if he is an orphan, but we'll figure that out if it's ever revealed that he's an orphan. Anyway, Bruno works at the corner store, which is interesting. Anyway, she opens the box. It's a mask. It's the Miss Marvel mask. Anyway, while she's sitting outside, the whatever the Muslim equivalent of a priest is, I forget what it's called. I forget what it's called because I'm not very well versed on that religion. I really should. I really should be just knowledge for knowledge's sake. But it's for another time. When I'm not completely swamped with the bills. Anyway, he comes out, and when she asks what does he think of Nightlight and how does she prove that to be good, his response is good isn't something you are, it's something you do. The way he says it though, and like his like mannerisms at the time, it's like I know it's you. It screams very loudly. I know it's you. Now, cut to Kama's dad going to get fruit pies. I think they're strawberry flavored ones, or they could be raspberry. It's like it's some red fruit. Because the goo inside the fruit pies is red. Um, and he helps. He translates. Because it's in Urdu. A thing that Bruno's reading. um, about the Jinn. And now it should be noted during this episode, we find out that sending Cameron's mom and her group back to the Noor dimension could cause an explosion. And so she's like, I need more time. Cameron's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because, Cameron's actually a decent dude. Um, but anyway. Uh, so Kama's dad translates it for Bruno, and he's like, never heard that one before, and just walks at the corner store. Now, at the wedding, the proper like wedding reception thing, both the wedding itself and the wedding reception. Well, the wedding itself all is good, right? It goes perfectly fine. They ask for the IDs like 3 times. I guess that's a Muslim thing where they have to ask like 3 times. Which, hey, sure, let's go with it. And during the reception, just like Bruno just goes all in. I love seeing like different like wedding receptions from different cultures. It's always good to see. I love it. I always enjoy watching them. Obviously, I don't get to see it as often because I don't really watch non-animated things all that often. It has to like pull me in and shit. And so like usually it's just your generic white American wedding. Like that's usually what we see. Uh, but hey, it was nice to see this one. Bruno goes like all in with the culture and shit, and I love it. I love it. Like this man is just like is amazing. I love it. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Unfortunately, during the reception, Cameron shows up and he's like, "You need to go. Like, my mom is coming. She's not here to talk. She's gonna like force the issue." Um, and so Kamala pulls the fire alarm right to get everyone out. Apparently, there's another wedding going on in the venue at the time. It's an Asian wedding. If I saw right. We only got to see the bride for that party, for that wedding, like for like 3 seconds, and so it's like very hazy for me. Like it was like a max 3 seconds. And she's like bawling. Um, and I'm honestly, I'm like, yeah, I don't. When you have interdimensional beings ruining your wedding, it kind of sucks. I get it. I don't blame her for crying. Amir's new wife does not cry, but she compliments the other bride, and she gets a compliment back, and all is well. There's some old lady who's like, "I saw Kamala pull the fire alarm," and someone fires back with, "You got your license revoked. You saw nothing." And the funny thing is, we know it was Kamala who pulled the alarm. So it's just like this woman just got her ass beat verbally, and she was right. That's just, it's like super gaslighting, but like also not, because she did get her license revoked. Like this old lady did get her license revoked, and she probably does have vision issues. Um, so Kamala her and Kamala just duke it out with Kamala's mom and her group, and uh when Kamala goes into the kitchen to be like, "Everybody out!" Literally, they're like, "Nah," and and then one of the dudes comes in and just punches a dude in the throat. At the moment they see the guy go down, they're like, "Nope, I'm not doing this," and they all leave. They're like, "Nope, I'm out." I love it. It was amazing. Anyway, fight breaks out. Cameron's mom, whatever her name is, she's a villain. She's not important. Villains don't get names. They're bad guys. I say that as if I don't constantly scream Eobard's name on like fucking repeat. Anyway, but that's a different show altogether. See me next Thursday for that one. She grabs onto the bangle, Kamala's arm with the bangle, and then you just see this train. Anyway, Nakia finds out that Kamala is Nightlight. I still hate that name. It is literally on the level of the Blur, the Streak, and the Hood, or technically the Blur, the Hood, the Streak, because the Hood predates the Streak. Or the Red and Blue Blur. That one is worse. That one is worse. That one is so much worse. Anyway, um, and Bruno just like puts his arm on her shoulder so that she could help him like move, because he got his ass beat in the fight. Also, Bruno thinks that Cameron is saying his name wrong on purpose. Possibly, we don't know. Um, he says he'll explain everything as she like helps him walk away. And Kamala goes back inside and whatnot. Now Kamala goes home. She's in trouble for disappearing. Her mom was worried. This is fine. Being worried about your kids is normal. It's what you should be doing. She just goes to her room. I guess she wants to like just sleep the rest of the night away. And her grandmother calls. And yeah, her grandmother saw the train too, and says you need to come to, I think, Karaki. I forgot the city that they're supposed to be going to. Her and her mom, I think. And that's the episode. Wow, it took 3 episodes for this show to not get uber cringy with bad parenting. It's just this. The only one was the Cameron's mom making him cringe by revealing something he said, and I'm just like, you are horrible. Anyway, but that's just normal parenting. That's like normal levels of parenting. It's fine. Anyway, tell me what you guys thought of the episode down in the comment section down below. That's gonna be for this video. If you guys haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe if you're new. I will see you guys next time, and as always, stay bright.